We're now joined by Sophie Dulson in the studio. So Sophie, you worked on the immigration special with our colleagues in Melbourne. How was it?
Yeah, well, you know, the integration between the Salford University and then working with RMIT students in Melbourne, to even have that platform and that integration is actually just quite groundbreaking in itself. So I was able to actually Skype call a lot of Melbourne students and really speak to them about asylum in their country, and it's very, very, very different to immigration and asylum seekers in our country.
How is it different?
Well, I guess it's a lot more liberal in the UK. The boundaries are very, very different, and the UK is almost like one society, multicultural, as in Melbourne, Australia. I guess it's kind of a little bit more guarded, and they're restricted as to who can and can't come in if they've got visas, etc. and whatnot. So it's a lot more liberal in our country, and I guess we really embrace it.
And what did you think about the asylum stories in Melbourne?
I thought they were great. They were very, very different to how we would treat our packages and our own reports. So it was really interesting just to see how they would cover stories and the way they would piece things together. And that was really interesting as a journalist to see how students in Melbourne would actually treat packages over there. So that was really interesting and kind of a big boost for me at making packages myself and where I might possibly go with them next. It was really interesting.
So how did you find this different to what you found about the situation in the UK and more specifically Manchester?
Well, Manchester especially, like I said earlier, is really, really become one society, multicultural. It really embraces its ethnic minorities, and I guess it's kind of it enriches the social fabric of our culture. Essentially, we've really, really gone to town with all sorts of areas in Manchester that are so multicultural. We've got Chinatown, we've got the Curry Mile in Rusholme, we've got the Jewish quarters. There's just so many areas in Manchester that really enrich and embrace different cultures, and I guess that's really interesting because you walk down the high street and you're just constantly seeing different races, different sorts of people, and it's really quite refreshing to see that actually in the UK.
And did you enjoy the process of making this package, Sophie?
You know what?
Programme or documentary or how you want
whatever I want to call it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Special
It's been
packaging.
absolutely fantastic. Like I said before, it's really my knowledge and understanding of immigration and asylum has just gone through the roof. I really understand it now, and I guess I appreciate it a lot more than perhaps what I did. So yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic, and hopefully we'll be able to do something very similar with another university link very shortly. So that'll be interesting.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you, guys.